Hey, you? Yeah, you, the one who clicked on this video. Before we dive in, let me warn you, this isn't one of those cozy videos that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy like a cup of hot cocoa on a chilly night. Nope, this is a video that's gonna poke you, maybe even make you a bit uncomfortable. But you know what? Sometimes that discomfort is exactly what sparks growth. So grab a coffee, a tea, or just take a deep breath and come with me. We're going to talk about something almost no one dares to name. Something lurking in your unconscious, steering your choices without you even noticing. Ready? Let's dive in. Today, I want to share a story that's not just yours, but belongs to so many of us. It's about that inner voice that criticizes you, that emptiness that never seems to fill, that chase for approval you've been dragging since you were a kid. And if you've ever tried to pin the blame on someone, maybe your mom, maybe the world, I'm going to hit you with a truth that might sting, but could also set you free. What's holding you back isn't your mom anymore, or anyone else. It's what your mind did with her. This isn't criticism, it's not an attack. It's just a truth so raw that few have the guts to say it out loud. And I get it. Talking about moms is tricky. After all, a mom is your origin, your home, your source of love, or sometimes the lack of it. But let's go beyond the surface. When you were a kid, you learned to look outward. Someone hurt you, blame someone. Someone left you with a void, put a name on it, and often that name was your mom's. Maybe she wasn't the mom you needed. Maybe she was absent, critical, or even overbearing. Or maybe she was amazing but still left scars. Here's the thing. The mom you carry today isn't just the woman who raised you. She's become an archetype, a shadow living in your unconscious. Carl Jung, that brilliant psychologist who loved digging deep into the human soul, called this the mother complex. Sounds like something from a dusty textbook, right? But hold on, let me break it down with a metaphor. Picture your mind as an old house. Inside there's a locked room filled with dusty furniture, cobwebs, and echoes of old conversations. That room is where your inner mother lives, not your flesh and blood mom, but the image you've built of her. That image isn't just love and care. Sometimes it's judgment, emptiness, or that constant need for approval that has you chasing validation like it's an endless marathon. And here's the wild part. That shadow doesn't leave on its own. It lingers, whispering, guiding your choices, even when you think you're the one calling the shots. Ever notice how sometimes you make a choice and think, wow, that was so my mum talking? Like you swear you'll never yell like she did, but there you are, mid-argument, sounding just like her. Or when you catch yourself waiting for someone, a boss, a friend, a partner, to give you that pat on the back you never got. Yup, that's the inner mother shadow waving at you uninvited. But hold up, this isn't about throwing blame at her again. The question is, how do you break free? Here's where the real work starts, because as long as you keep seeing your mom as this all-powerful figure, whether you idolize her or blame her, you're not seeing her. You're seeing a myth, a projection, a hologram built from unmet needs, resentful silences, and wounds you didn't even know you were carrying. That myth runs your life more than you'd like to admit. That relationship that falls apart because you expect someone to save you. That struggle to say no because you fear rejection. All of that has roots deeper than you think, back in your childhood, in a look that was missing, a hug that never came, a word that was never spoken. I know, it's heavy to think about. Maybe you're sitting there, remembering moments that hurt, times when you just wanted to hear, "It's okay, I see you," but here's the toughest and most liberating part. That moment isn't coming back. Your mom can't change the past. And healing? Healing isn't waiting for her to change. It's stopping waiting altogether. It's devastating, I know, but it's also the first step to taking back control of your life. Think of it this way. Your life is like a garden. The seeds planted in your childhood, love, pain, fear, expectations, have grown into trees. Some are beautiful, others are gnarled, full of thorns. You can't change the seeds that were planted, but you can choose. Which trees to water today, and the first tree that needs your care is you. Not your mom, not the past, but you, right now. So tell me, how many times have you caught yourself repeating her patterns? How many times have you said something you swore you'd never say, or done something you promised you'd never do? That's not just coincidence. It's the mother complex at work, like an old software running in the background of your mind. It makes you repeat behaviors, choices, even the way you treat yourself. And here's a truth that might shake you. You're not just carrying her pain. You're carrying the pain of generations. Your mom was a daughter too, with her own ghosts, her own struggles. But here's what changes everything. You can be the breaking point. You can decide. The pattern stops here. Look, I know it's a lot to take in, but just by being here listening to this, you're already showing courage. You're starting to peek into that locked room in your mind, and that's huge. In the next video, we'll dive deeper. How to start dismantling that inner mother myth and build a new way of relating to yourself. Because, in the end, the greatest revolution isn't changing the world out there. It's changing the world inside you. So, write in the comments, I am the end of the pattern. And if you felt a tug in your chest, a spark, something waking up, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because what's coming next will shake you even more, but it'll also show you the path to freedom. We're going to talk about something like an invisible string pulling you back, even when you think you're running forward. A loyalty you didn't even know you had, but that might be steering your entire life. Curious? Come with me, because this conversation is going to make you rethink everything. Imagine your life as a theater stage. You think you're the director, writing the script, picking the scenes. But deep down, there's a character you didn't invite, yet they're always on stage, your mom's shadow. Not the woman who raised you, but the image living inside you, sometimes loving, sometimes critical, sometimes absent. And this character has serious power. It makes you believe that if you shine too bright, become freer, happier, you're betraying her. Crazy, right? But that's exactly what's happening in your unconscious. Carl Jung called it an invisible loyalty. A pact you made without realizing it as a kid, to not leave your mom behind. Ever felt that tightness in your chest when something goes really well? Like you land an amazing job, but deep down you're like, do I even deserve this? Or when you're about to say no to something you don't want, but guilt creeps in, like you're letting someone down. That's the invisible loyalty tapping your shoulder saying, hey, don't go too far, remember where you came from. And look, it's not like you do this on purpose. It's like a contract signed by the kid you were promising, I won't be happier, freer, more me if it means leaving my mom behind. But tell me something, how much is this costing you? Picture your life as a river. That river should flow freely, but at some point someone built a dam. That dam is your loyalty to your mom's pain, her frustrations, the limits she carried. And without realizing it, you're holding that dam up, stopping your river from flowing. Every time you sabotage yourself, choose a partner who diminishes you, or stay quiet to avoid rocking the boat, you're reinforcing that dam. But here's the truth that can change everything. Your pain doesn't honor your mom. Your unhappiness doesn't fix hers. Your stagnation doesn't save her. So why do you keep carrying a weight that's not yours? I know this is tough to hear, because deep down it feels like love, like if you suffer like she did, you're showing you get it, you're in it together. But that's not love. It's a prison. And the key to getting out, realizing you don't have to betray anyone to be free. Honoring your mom isn't repeating her story. It's transforming the pain you inherited into something new, into growth, into life. It's saying, silently, Mom, thank you for what you could give me, but now I'm taking a different path. And that, my friend, takes serious courage. So tell me, how many times have you held yourself back from shining? How many times have you felt guilty for wanting more, for wanting to be more? That guilt isn't yours. It's an echo of the past, of a pact you didn't choose. But now, as an adult, you can choose differently. You can break that invisible vow. Not with anger, but with love. Love for yourself, your story, and even your mum, who was also a victim of her own wounds. Want to know how to start? First, watch your reactions. When you feel rejected, ask, who am I really seeing? The person in front of me or an old wound? When you crave unconditional love, ask, am I seeking love or trying to fix something I didn't get? And most importantly, when you abandon yourself to please someone, ask, who abandoned who first? These questions are like flashlights, lighting up the dark corners of your mind. And yeah, it'll hurt sometimes. It might feel like you're betraying someone. But what you're really doing is setting yourself free. You don't need to erase your mum from your story. You need to redefine her place within you. She's no longer the star of your stage. You are. And when you take that space back, something magical happens. You start seeing yourself like never before. You made it this far. That's already a win. Something inside you is saying, enough repeating the past. I want more. I want to be more. And my friend, that's the start of a revolution. And now we're building something new, a home within you. A place where you don't need to chase approval. Where you are enough, where you are the home you've always wanted to live in. Ready? Let's go. Think of your life as a construction project. For years, you've lived in a house that wasn't yours. The furniture, the rules, the voices, they came from someone else, from another time. Maybe your mom, maybe generations before her. But now, you're holding the hammer. It's time to build your own house, with your colors, your windows, your vibe. But to do that, you need to face something no one warns you about. Self-abandonment. Yup, that habit of ignoring yourself, criticizing yourself, demanding more from yourself than you'd ever demand from someone you love. Where does that come from? From the same shadow we've been talking about, the mother complex, that voice that makes you believe you're not enough. You know that moment when you're exhausted, but tell yourself, come on, push through, don't be weak. Or when you swallow your tears because adults don't cry. That's not you being strong. That's you being your own drill sergeant, whipping the kid still living inside you. And let me tell you, that kid is tired of being ignored. They want a hug, not a lecture. And who's gonna give that hug? Spoiler, it's not someone out there. It's you. Imagine your soul as a child who spent years waiting at the front door, staring out the window, hoping someone shows up with love, care, presence, but no one came. And over time, that child learned to cope the wrong way. They learned to stay quiet, to hide, to pretend the